Kia ora, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Glad to have you here. Hello, Shane. Great to have you here. Thank you so much. And Wasdale Timelapse, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Hope your Thursday morning is going well. Hey, Lone Wolves, welcome in. Great to have you here. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday morning. So yeah, Thursday, nearly Friday for me. Looking forward to that. So yeah, let's make a start on this anyway, and then looks like everyone's keen to get Ewan to carry on doing this contract. So might have to do that, but yeah, let's make a start anyway. Hey, Lone. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, there are some funny things going down at work. So, yeah, just looking forward to doing a bit of farm sim and forgetting about work for a little bit. And like I say, it's Thursday night, nearly Friday. Well, it is for me anyway, I know. I know for you guys, it's most of it is your Thursday's just starting. So the good news is the world doesn't blow up on Thursday as far as I know. Hey, share. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm really glad to hear your shopping trip went well. Hey, Shane, you're back. Welcome back in. Thank you for joining again. So yeah, Lone, I'll wait until a few more people join, and then I'll put your link up in the chat along with a few others. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen to the weather on this map. It's forecasting some really strange weather. If I go into here, looks like we're getting snow in July and August, which For my neck of the woods, we don't get snow where I live, but you know, it is common to get snow in parts of New Zealand at that time of year. But for Witcombe Park in the UK, I don't think so. So yeah, I'm not too sure what's going to happen there. Hey Shane, can't wait for field days next week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to field days. Near where I live, we've got what is claimed to be the biggest tractor show in Australasia. It's Australia and New Zealand. And yeah, I've still got to get tickets for it, but I'll get that this weekend. And I've taken a day off work, and I am going to go there, and I'm going to film it, and we will put it up for everyone to enjoy. It is amazing seeing the huge equipment that's there, and the number of the number of tractors and all that is just amazing, as well as the trailers, the fertilizing drones. They had a really big drone display, so I might have to try and get some more of that. And hey, maybe if they're willing, I might be able to film an interview with some people there. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm in my first time interviewing anyone, so I'm not too sure how that will go. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, eh? But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, what's that is a really good question. I was brought up in a town. I was always a townie. My grandfather used to have a farm though, and I did end up working for a short period of time on a kiwi fruit orchard. So yeah, and I've always lived in small towns, so always close to farming. But yeah, so I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's a love of farming or just a love of driving big equipment. Yeah, Shane, me and my family are going Friday, and then Saturday we are going to my cousin's in Whangarei, going back on Sunday. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to the field days on Thursday. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I've always been into mechanical things, and I think as you get older, you come to appreciate, sort of how the farm equipment works. So, yeah, I'm always fascinated in seeing how the machines are modelled and what parts they have that move. Wasdale, yeah. Yeah, I'll actually, I actually use Copilot a lot to find out, like, if I had a choice, like in one of my other videos, I had the choice of going for JCB, Voltron, Massey Ferguson, and I got ChatGPT to show I run down the differences between the different machines, and I learnt a lot from that one. I learnt that Massey Ferguson has some of the tightest turning circles in their class, and I wanted to see if it was going to be modelled in the game as well. So I went on, there's a map, I don't know if you know it, it's called the test map. I think it's available on console as well. And he's basically set it up with a whole heap of different props, and he's got markings on the ground that you can use to measure things and that sort of thing. And so I went there and I sort of measured the turning circles of the tractors. And the Massey Fergusons do actually, in-game, have some of the tightest turning circles in their class range. So I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, it's something I've always had an interest in, wanting to know why, how things work, that sort of thing. And always had an inquiring mind. The reason I love farming is I grew up in South Africa around farming. We had a small farm. Yep. Nice one. Be totally different farming in South Africa than it is in New Zealand, that's for sure. For one thing, we probably get a lot more rain. And New Zealand doesn't really have a lot of small farms now, unfortunately. Mr. A Farmers, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there was a new mod that came out today. And it's the logo mod. And so I've actually put my little Kiwi Sim Farmer logo just up in the top there. I don't know if you've noticed it or not. I think it looks quite nifty. Yeah, the farmers around us had to put app sprayer to give the corn water. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that on Laura Farms too. They were sort of going out and working through the watering systems. Mind you, we do have irrigation here in New Zealand too. Can cause a bit of conflict between different parts of the community if farms start taking too much water. Oh, so this contract will actually pay for our plough and give us a little bit of extra cash on top. Yeah, Mr. A Farmers, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. The watering system here in Lancashire is working full bore today. It's really wet and windy. Oh yeah, hey, maybe this game is reflecting real weather then. I don't know. Saying snow in July, so I don't know. Yeah, the big things they farmed around us was corn, cotton, potatoes, sugar beet. Yeah, we have a bit of potatoes, a lot of maize, corn goes in. I'm guessing for silage. Being that I live in a large dairy farming area where most of the farms are dairy farms, I would say that they've put a lot of fields into maize for silage. And they also supplement a bit with palm oil kernels. That's the waste product for when they make the palm oil, and that of course has caused a bit of contention with the fact that a lot of palm oil plantations are going in onto rainforest and encroaching on orangutan habitat. So yeah, that causes a bit of conflict in the community as well. Hey, Thomas Doherty, good morning, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Share is coming from the sky. It is natural watering. Yeah, you were talking about what they were farming in South Africa. Yeah, no, I understood that, mate. Yeah, we don't have much cotton growing around here, that's for sure. Don't think it's warm enough. But yeah, South Africa would have some huge open fields, that's for sure. Yeah, it's chucking down at the moment. Oh, at least you don't have to worry about the drought. The drought's broken now. Oh, so you know about the weather in Lancashire then? Yeah. Yeah, it was fairly wet here today as well. You're in Bolton near Manchester. Do you know what? If it's too cold for corn, it would grow downwards into the ground rather than up. I did not know that. That's interesting. Right, let's get you in working on this. Yep, Ewan's next, so that's cool. I was going to say Ewan looks like me, but then I just remembered I am wearing Ewan's. That's better. I was wondering why Ewan looked like me. Yeah, so that's a new mod that basically lets you change your avatar. Yeah, Thomas Doherty, we're on a new map, Witcombe Park Farm. Currently only available on PC, but it will be released to console after us PC players have ironed out all the bugs for OxygenDavid. It's an absolutely stunning map, and I know a lot of console players are looking forward to playing on it. I wasn't that far away from the farm, so I decided I was just going to walk there. And Shane, yeah, you've seen a lot of farmers around selling some crops here in Hamilton. Cool. What sort of crops are they selling? He's finishing the last bits. I think he has sent it off to tasting now. Oh, yeah, I love the history around Bolton and Manchester, especially Manchester. Just the industrial archaeology around there. Yeah, think mainly corn and sunflowers. Cool. All right, let's top this up with some liquid fertilizer. When I get into the right spot. Hey, Wasdale, yeah, sheep are doing really well, I think. We'll have a quick check. There we go. Yep, they're doing really well. And the meadow's doing well, keeping them fed too. So yeah, it's a good size meadow, good size amount of grass. So yeah, looking forward to the wool mod and the shearing mod and seeing how that works. Right. Okay. Yep, think I know how we get there. Gotta love that neighbour contract mod where they put the trailer before the tractor and then they have trouble operating it. Sometimes you just can't get good workers, can you? Yeah, Mr. A Farmers, don't have any crop at the moment. I started from scratch on this map, so started with nothing. Was actually sleeping in a tent in a bushy area near the town, so that's how skint we were. And skint is poor for anyone that doesn't know that kind of slang. And so we've slowly built up and we've created a bit of a contractor yard, but we outgrew it pretty quickly. So we brought the farm where we are now mainly for the shed space, but we also set up that sheep field and put some sheep in. So next stage before winter comes, which will hopefully will not be July, I plan to put up a sheep fold and yeah, basically have the shearers come in and shear the sheep in the sheepfold. So I currently haven't got any fields. I probably should be investing in a smallish field to do some grass, make some hay, but yeah, I haven't done that yet. Yeah, contracts are spread out, that's for sure. And because some of them are actually going under bridges and this is too tall to go under the bridge, we've got to go the long way round. No, looks like we'd snagged on the fence. Never mind. We're right now. And we'll just bring up our mini map so we can check how we're going for the fertilizing. So yeah, I probably should invest in a field to grow some grass, and we can do some hay with it, because we really do need hay for the sheep. And the sheepfold that I'm thinking of getting, the sheep barn, is that Dutch barn. I like it because it's got a manure system. It's not reliant on the map. So I'm thinking of using that. So if we do get that, then we will need straw in order to make some manure. So I don't actually buy farmland on this map. The backstory for that is because I'm a Kiwi on my OE, overseas experience in the UK, I'm not actually allowed to own land. So I can lease land, but I can't own land. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. All right, let's close off this poll and we might start another poll. So we had 9 votes saying yes and 1 vote saying no. Okay, so I may have spelled a word wrong here, but spelling's not my strong point. So there we go, fun little poll. Check on Ewan, he seems stuck at 76%. That could be a good idea there, Wasdale. Hope he's okay. Hope he hasn't had a heart attack or something like that. All right, let's go and check on him. Critical overload. Wonder if we had a breakdown. That's looking all okay. What? Oh, what the heck happened? He won't work because we've suddenly used up all our money. What took our money? Vehicle leasing costs. Okay, that looks better. We're back to where we are. So he might start working again. We ran out of money. I don't know where that... Oh. Okay, so there is a mod called the Realistic Shop mod. And I think it is breaking things. I actually removed it, but I think it's leaving residue in. So what actually happened was I loaded the game up and yeah, so I loaded the game up before I started streaming and then looked at buying a tractor. So I went and brought the tractor and then I shut the game down and then reloaded it, and the tractor purchase shouldn't have been there. But it looks like it may still be stuck there because of that mod. So, yeah, that is really frustrating. So, yeah, looks like a mod conflict of something. It looks like he went AWOL. It does. I'm just trying to ignore that. Hey, FS Farmer, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yeah, ouch, all right. So hopefully... Yeah, hopefully Ewan will behave himself and do some work now. Don't know who told him that we'd gone broke. "15 minutes ago you had 107. Yeah, that's okay. I'm happy to have the leasing costs go out, because I'm wondering if that was the leasing costs went out. But I'm just thinking that my leasing costs were around about 10,000 last month. So, and this time it was about 319,000. So I just added the 309 back into it. So it still kept the leasing costs. So hopefully that is about right. I'm trying to fix, not to make life easier for myself, if that makes sense. Oh, FS Farmer lost 80,000 overnight by leaving auto water on when my production holds 1 million litres. Yeah, that's one of those things. There's that silo mold, but words are hard. Silo mob that holds 1 billion litres that you input next to animal pens to basically auto water them, which is great, except that 1 billion litres of water is calculated in your farm, and so it looks like you have, hundreds of millions of dollars in your farm of product when you don't. Oh yeah, no worries, Share. You do that. You have a good rest. Thank you for jumping in. And just a reminder to everyone, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And yeah, and if you are enjoying it, subscribe. No, looks like Ewan's actually doing some work now, so that's okay. So let's accept these contracts. And see if any of them are on this side of the train track. Okay, 2 fields just up there, so that won't take long. Then we can go on to the other side of the train track. Hey Joel, FS25, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Great to have you here. Yeah, so it looks like Ewan's just about finished that contract, so that's good. FS Farmer, sheep are doing well, thank you. Well, we're waiting for that to unfold. It's nip over and we've already seen the sheep, but just for you, FS Farmer, there you go. We've got our sheep there. We left the tree in, and of course the sheep know a good spot to sit in when it's sunny, so yeah, the ground gets a little bit chewed up, but you know, that's fine. They get to keep cool. But yeah, doing really well. And we've got lambs that are growing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it all goes with the shearing mod. No, not yet. I do need to get a sheepdog. It looks like Ewan's nearly finished. I think it's due to start raining fairly soon, so yeah, not too sure if we'll get all of the spraying done today or not. Yeah, one advantage of shearing mod is it basically stops in no room for productions. Yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to that, and you know, being busy. So I probably will need to buy a telehandler and probably lease a truck so I can load up the bales. Don't know if I'm going to be buying a truck. Yeah, Joel, yeah, it's a new DLC going to be released on the 30th of June. I am honestly finding it hard to get enthusiastic about it. I'm going to have to do a wait and see exactly how Giants do because they're touting it as, great new physics and all that sort of thing. So are they putting the new physics behind a paywall, or will they release the new physics for all equipment on the game? I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see. Oh, it started raining. Fortunately, we've finished the ploughing, so that shouldn't be too bad. And Serena Earth, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. So don't mind me, I'm just going to do something special here for... yes, everything from Giants is all platforms. Giants are too woke to have a two-tier game. Yeah. Right, we'll try that again. I'm clicking, but it ain't working. Yeah, sorry, Sarita. I was just trying to show you I'd actually got round to updating the credit roll, and we had you in there for your jewels. Thank you so much for those. Yeah, so I'm not too sure what I'll do. I might be able to talk to the museum, and they've got a low loader and small trucks, so I might be able to borrow those. We'll see how we go. Yeah, the Dutch sheep barn is relatively expensive, although for the number of holds is actually quite reasonable. If I was to get some of the cheaper UK type sheep folds to hold the number that I want, that I can hold in the field, I'd probably need about three of them put up. Right, well that's that field done. But for realism, we should probably wait until the rain stops. All right, so we'll go and sort out the other tractor. And we do have a slippery ground mod, as you can see. Hey, Queensgate, are you missing textures in the cab? Don't know if we're missing textures. I think we're got a flickering texture up there for the light. So yeah, but other than that, I think it's reasonably okay. As long as you look down, it's fine. The mod's not perfect, but it's not too bad. Although I have done a lot of work on the suspension. As it came out, it is just way too soft in the suspension. So I have done a bit of work to firm it up and get it riding reasonably well. I'm no expert in setting these things up, so I'm sure someone could do a better job than me, but it is way better than what it was. And yeah, welcome in Queensgate. Thank you for joining. So yeah, I think this weather's here till about 4 o'clock, I think they said. There we go. I'll chase this guy off. Come on, out of here. I'm going to have to create a t-shirt called "Out of Here, Boys." Go on, get out of here. I'm just going to check something here. Okay, so this is grass. So what do you think, chat? Shall we lease this field so we can get some hay bales made for winter for the sheep? Need a rifle, yeah. Need asterisks and obliques, that's what we need. What do you think, chat? Shall we lease that field? It would cost us it's running a contract. Ugh. All right, we'll finish that contract. Okay, so we could lease this field for oh, I've lost again. Here we go. Be an extra £406 a month. What do you think, chat? Should we lease that field and that'll give us our grassland to make hay? We still won't be getting straw, but we'll get the hay side of things sorted. Let me know in the chat what you think there. Here, Joel, you think it might be a good idea? I'm thinking so too. We'll just have to get some hay-making equipment, tedder, windrower. Yeah, it was 5K a year is certainly cheaper than buying grass hay from the store. Yep. Yep, I think it's a good idea. So let's do it then. Police. Right, done. Got to look after our sheep, don't we? All right, let's get someone in to check the soil type. Yep, money well spent. £600. Money well spent. pH. I think the pH is pretty good. Nitrogen, yeah, probably needs. Oh, nitrogen's okay. Maybe we need to spread some lime on it. So we might look at putting some lime on this. And I'm wondering, field 30 could be another one to, but not with parsnips. Don't want parsnips. But yeah, if there's a cereal crop in there, it'd probably be a good one to lease. Use it for the straw. Now, drinking in real life has actually reminded me to drink in the game. Actually, let's go have a full meal while it's raining. There we go, 100%. So I might have to lease a lime machine and put some lime down. You go for a cold water swim in the lodge. Yes, we could. I think there is a swimming pool at the lodge, isn't there? Now, what do we got? We got tennis. Anyone for a game of tennis? There we go. Everyone swims with their clothes on. Oh, you meant the reservoir. Yeah, that could have been an option too. I thought I'd visit my neighbours and borrow their swimming pool. Where are we? Let's go to hand tools. They say fishing in the rain, it's always good to fish in the rain because it's better fishing apparently. Oh, we're getting something to nibble. Bucket. So there was a mod that basically does away with that whole, trying to follow the fish up and down. £100 salmon. I think we'll release it. I'd like to get them a bit bigger. Here we go. We've got £1,000 just for throwing 5 fish back. Yes. Yes, Wasdale. I did know that. But thank you for that. That's why I usually throw the small ones back instead of keeping them, because they're actually worth more if you throw them back. But yeah, if you get £200 for the fish, yeah, I think you break even. But £100, you're definitely better to. And you actually get some money for getting the rubbish out as well. Well, the sky looks just like the sky outside. There we go. Collected 5 trash items. Got 1,000 quid. So I think it stopped raining. It just doesn't sound like it stopped raining. There's a glitch happening somewhere. Not sure if it's a mod conflict or if it's the map. I'm not too sure. All right. Yeah, so it's definitely stopped raining because we're not got the wipers on. So we'll get this contract done and then head across the railway line, I guess. And then we've got our own field to actually take care of. It feels like we are growing bit by bit. Yeah, let's put some links in the chat. So Lone Wolf's been a great friend of the channel for a long time. So yeah, go and check out his channel. Give him some likes. He does do the occasional farm sim video. So and Wasdale Timelapse, check out his channel as well. Does some great time-lapse photography of the stars and that sort of thing. And FS Farmer, definitely check out his channel as well. He's doing a series on Witcombe Park as well. Does it at totally the opposite time to me, because he lives on the opposite side of the world to me. And he's a great streamer, nice laid back stream, great way to relax. So yeah, check out his one. Yeah, no worries. So if there's anyone else that I have missed, let me know. Please speak up. I don't miss anyone out intentionally. So if I have forgotten you, just let me know and I can put your link in the chat. Get on the right track, I think. One thing about liquid fertilizer is if you're going over something that you've already done, you're not using it up. All right, let's collect those. So yeah, our plough cost about £17,000, so we made £20,000 out of that one. So probably made about £3,000 out of that field, which wasn't too bad because we've got a plough now. That's always a good thing. Now, actually, what's the best way to get to there? Yeah, I think across the bridge, isn't it? Past our tractor museum. Yep, we're folded up. Yeah, it'd be nice to pick up a second-hand combine, but drivers are mad around here. The drivers, if they own a white van. And only those in the UK would get that joke. So yeah, past the garden centre. Playground for the kids. And we've got our tractor museum in there. You can see the tractors. Good selection. I don't think Witcombe actually has a tractor museum. I could be wrong though. But let's face it, if it doesn't have a tractor museum, it should. Yeah, it was there. The traffic here in the UK is unimaginable. Everywhere and any time of day. Yeah. Yeah, traffic in New Zealand is... Yeah, we've got a unique situation. Basically, we built our biggest city on a peninsula. And because of that, you can't have a ring road. So you've got the main state highway, an expressway, going through the centre of the city, and the city is using that same highway and expressway to move about the city. So it's just chaos. Like you say, doesn't matter what time of the day, weekend, weekdays, doesn't really matter. It's just chaos. And there's no way, if you want to travel from the south to the north or from the north to the south, you have to go through Auckland. You can't bypass it. It is painful. Housing estates from years ago didn't plan for 4-car families, and new estates are as bad because of the price of land. It's the same over here, mate. We are starting to get into row housing in New Zealand, where they'll take a block of land that had one single dwelling on it, and we'll put in row housing, 2 or 3 story row housing, with no parking for cars. And they'll probably have about 7 or 8 of these row houses, and it's just chaos. And the roads are just so narrow that they build lanes, not actual roads. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Wasdale. It is almost impossible to get lost. unless you're trying to navigate around Auckland. Yes, if you're on the motorway, it's not difficult to get lost, but if you leave the motorway and drive around Auckland, it's quite easy to get lost. Yeah, the one drawback from that is with only having one road to some place is if something happens so that road gets closed, accident or slip or something like that, you can't get to where you want to go. Yeah, had no problems anywhere. Yeah, South Island is, you know, that's fairly sparse, so very easy to navigate around the South Island. And the South Island is where most of the tourists go, which is understandable. It is a beautiful part of the country. I might see if we can buy a 2,000 litres of liquid fertiliser from the dealer when we go past, when we do that last field. Saves having to go all the way back to the farm. Yeah, plan to leave our base in Rotorua on Boxing Day to head south, and some Kiwis advised us that it would be really busy due to the holidays. Yeah, it would be. Napier's probably not so bad. It's if you're probably trying to get to Wellington. So yeah, probably Napier's not as popular and busy. It's a beautiful place. Love the Art Deco in Napier. For those that aren't familiar, in 1930s we had a major earthquake in the Napier region. Unfortunately, a lot of people lost their lives. But because of that, the whole town was basically flattened. And when they were rebuilding, it was right during that Art Deco phase. And there's just so many buildings in Napier in the Art Deco style. It is the Art Deco capital of New Zealand and possibly the world. A beautiful place to go to. One year we went there for the Art Deco weekend. I had so they've got what they call a sound shell. So basically it's a concrete dome that's been cut so it's opened, and really good for acoustics. And they had the Navy band playing in there, big brass band playing in there, playing 1930s tunes. And they had cars from the 1930s going up and down the main street. It was just absolutely stunning. So yeah, if you like Art Deco and you come to New Zealand, Napier has got to be a must on your itinerary. Alright, so I think we will go and grab about 2,000 litres of fertiliser. Well, we can't grab less. They only sell it in lots of 2,000. So we'll grab a pallet of fertiliser, and that way we know we're going to get the other field finished. It would be a bit frustrating to be partway through the field and run out of liquid fertiliser. So I haven't actually got rid of that sound from OxygenDavid yet, so I'll have to just go into the phone menu and purchase it through the phone. And hopefully they'll have it ready for us by the time we get here. Let's go for some helm this time. Customize. Definitely cheaper to buy it in bulk. Alright, that's all topped up. Let's go and do that last contract. So we're probably not going to finish today with much more than we started off with, to be honest, but we did purchase a plough, so everything sort of, and we got ourselves another field. So we'll just have to look around for, see if we can get a second-hand tedder somewhere. I think this might be the steepest field that we're going to have to do, so I hope this one handles it. I don't know why the bike was hooting at me for going slow. Yeah, carried on down to Wellington to catch the ferry. Yep. Yeah, there's an interesting reason why they can't build a bridge across there, because you can actually see the other side. But yeah, it's because of the earthquakes and all that sort of thing, it's very difficult to build a bridge that could survive a major earthquake. And Wellington has actually had a reasonably major earthquake in recent history in the last few years. So Wellington does get earthquakes. Now let's see about doing this the other way, because we don't want to be going up and down the hill all the time. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah, that's a steep hill. Let's start from here. And we'll try and use up some of our fertilizer. Yeah, Wasdale, you were really lucky with the Cook Strait. It was like a mill pond both ways. Sail through the Sound was stunning. It is absolutely stunning through the Sound there. On a good day. Yeah, it is. But not so good on a bad day, that's for sure. So yeah, glad you had some great weather. Wellington is an absolutely awesome place when it's fine, but most of the time it's windy and it's really horrible. Wouldn't want to make round bales on this field, that's for sure. But look at that view. Hey Joel, no problem. Thank you for being here, appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed it. In fact, thank you to everyone for being here. It's been great having you in the chat. Just a reminder, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. It is good to be reminded. I sometimes forget to hit that like button until I'm reminded. All right, we've made it up to the top. So I'm hoping that it'll be a bit easier if we go this way rather than up and down the hill. All right. This field is really steep. I think it'll be a challenge for just about any equipment, whether you're harvesting or mowing or baling. You definitely need some big equipment on this. You're not wrong there, Wasdale. Definitely. Okay. The next lot will be downhill. Probably should have come right up to the top and then worked our way down. Hey, Magri, welcome in. And JSOR NL Limited, hello, welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you for jumping in. And Dan85, hello, welcome in. Great to have you here on our vertical stream. Hope you are all having a fantastic Thursday. Just finishing off a contract at the moment. We started on Witcombe Park at the start on scratch. Started with nothing, and we've worked our way up to owning some equipment, and we've got a couple of yards to store our equipment in. Although one of the yards we're not using much of at the moment. We've also set up a sheep farm. So and we've actually just leased another field to have some grass growing so that we can make some hay for our sheep. Oh, there we go. Contract's finished, but I like to try and finish off all the spraying. I know it costs me money, but I just like to see the field finished. I used to hate it. I've got a mod that allows me to finish the field after it's finished. I hated it so much with the default Giants way of doing it, which is as soon as you finish the contract, it comes up with you don't own the field, so you can't do anything, and you can't finish off the field. So yeah, I hated that. So we'll head back to our farm, give this a wash. It desperately needs a wash. Slow roast lamb, that sounds good, doesn't it? Quite like a roast lamb. It is nice. It's actually on a stream with another streamer, and he was saying he's never had lamb. And yeah, I just found that hard to believe, that you could go through life never having eaten lamb. It's not because he's a vegetarian or anything like that. He's just said around his area it's mainly steak and chicken. So yeah, we told him next time there's lamb on the menu he should try it. So yeah, we brought Oak Tree Farm. Well, not brought it, we leased it. Because I'm not allowed to buy property in the UK. I'm not a UK citizen, I'm a Kiwi, so I'm just over here on my OE. So I can lease land, but I can't buy it. Right, looking pretty filthy. And this sounds just spot on for a petrol water blaster. I've actually got one at home and it sounds just like this. Yeah, so just a reminder, people, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Alright, go and top this up with some diesel. And then tomorrow's stream, I think we'll spend some time, I might see about doing some contracts if some come up. But yeah, we might look at spending some time on that field that we've just leased. I'll show you it shortly. We'll just park this up in the shed. We do have the mobs there. If you leave equipment outside, it does have damage done to it and gets dirty, so you really do want to keep your equipment undercover. That's why we purchased or leased this farm, because of the amount of storage it's got. But a fantastic amount of storage. Now we've got our seeder there, although we probably do need to look at investing into a planter as well. I was hoping we might have been able to use that one today, but wasn't to be. I was hoping a cultivating contract might have come up. Yeah, there's our sheep. Doing a great job at being sheep. And yeah, we managed to pick up this field. It's got grass in it, which is what we want. And yeah, should be good. Needs some lime and needs some fertilizer, so we'll get that sorted. So I think we'll get that sorted tomorrow. And then we should be able to get a good crop. We will need to grab a second-hand, see if we can grab a second-hand header and windrower. But we do have the mowers already, so that's good. So if we look at our finances, they're going to look a bit screwy, unfortunately. But yeah, we've made £22,000 for this day. We're doing 2-day months, so we've got another day to make some money. 144,000, so that's not too bad. We are still moving forward, so that's good to see. Don't think there's any new contracts came up. Oh yeah, we've got a big fertilizing one. And stone picking. Okay. We've got the stone picker. It was actually that field that we plowed. So it looks like we have some contract work for tomorrow as well. All right, so we've got those locked in for tomorrow. Yeah, that's a field that we plowed. So we're going to be picking up the stones for them. Hey, no worries, FS Farmer. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate it. I'm actually going to call it a night too myself. It is 10 p.m. here, so another 2 hours and then it's midnight. Then I'm into Friday. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. But, yeah, looking forward to seeing what tomorrow brings. And what equipment we're going to have to lease and that sort of thing. So, yeah. But, yeah, thank you to everyone that's joined. I'll just finish that poll. It was about my little logo up on the screen. We're using that new mod, the logo mod. Hey, 20% said no, stop being so vain. Hey, fair enough too. Fair enough. And that's on the horizontal stream, so 80% said looks great, and on the vertical stream 100% said looks great. So yeah, it looks like resounding people are saying it looks great, but fair comment about being vain. Fair comment. But yeah, thank you to everyone. Do appreciate you all being here. It's been absolutely fantastic. Been nice to relax, chat with people, and just have a good time. And I'm hoping everyone else is having a good time at the same time. But yeah, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Share this with anyone you think that might enjoy it, like some nice, chill, relaxed type of game. But until next time, have a good day, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world and whatever time you're watching this. And until next time, bye.